Welcome to this month's newsletter. Today is November 25th. Looking at the SPX, we are sitting near these lows. Nothing in here to tell us that the bulls are anywhere near taking control. We do have a inverted hammer at this point, but looking at the bigger charts, and I usually don't do this, but going to the monthly charts, this is what the monthly chart for SPX looks like. Pretty much the same for NASDAQ. We could be looking at a test of these lows we had in February time frame, which would coincide to the monthly Kijun here around 2512. So I would not be surprised to see them drop another 100 points here on the SPX and test the Kijun here for support. That might provide some good buying opportunities for the next leg up. If I look at the weekly chart, it is sitting on the weekly Kumo. Actually, they have broken below it. So again, same scenarios. It definitely looks like they want to bring it down to test the lows they had in February around the 2500 level. So watch out for that. I would not want to buy anything here until they can close back up above the Kijun and the Tenkan and the Kijun on the weekly basis. But keep in mind the Kijun is going to be stuck in this congestion zone. So it's not going. The bulls, I don't think, are going to have a free hand here. They're going to have to work a little bit to take it to the bullish side. At this point, the path of least resistance is down. And same scenario if I look at the Nasdaq. They did bounce off the Kumo, but again, looking at the bigger chart here on the monthly basis, I wouldn't be surprised to see them come down and test the 6583 level here. So that would be another 300 point drop. So as far as the Russell is concerned, the Russell is sitting pretty much at the monthly Kijun, so that could provide support for it. But if the other indices are trying to go down, this could also go down, maybe intra-month break the Kijun and come back up. So I wouldn't be surprised for them intra-month dipping below the monthly Kijun and by the end of the month come back up. So watch out for that, but it does seem to be near support on the monthly. Looking at oil, which is getting hammered here. Good drop here. Remember, you have a flat Kumo, Senkow B. That is a magnet. Oil seems to have real trouble getting off that flat magnet. Failed here and now coming back down. It could find support. Chicago could find support on these candles. So we do have a support area back down into this area. If I increase the time frame to 15 years, you do have support from back here and back here. So any support below 40, between 40 and 30, would provide support for it. But first support would be these candles for the Chicago and the lower Senkow A here for the price. Looking at UUP, here's the dollar. Dollar had a strong move up. It is above the monthly Kumo. The Chicago could run into congestion area, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this flatten out here. Unless the bulls are really strong, they could zoom it up. But here's the weekly UUP. No problem for the Chicago here. So it could. I would definitely don't want to be short this one. This one still has the potential to either go sideways or keep moving up. Let's see some stocks. Apple, nice move from 233 down to 172, sitting on the Kumo here. I would not be surprised for them to test the bottom of the Kumo at 166. If they do break that, you're looking at the 200-day moving average, 200-week moving average here around 140. On the monthly sitting at the Kijun, so that could provide support, which is around let's see, around 168. So 166, 168 might provide a good area of support, and if it gives you some buy signals at that point, might be a good place to start dibbling into Apple. Google bouncing off this support area here, which coincides with the week monthly Kijun. So if you see some buying area here, Chicago still has a lot of room in front here, so it's not going to run into resistance anytime soon. So if you see some buy signals, that might be a good time to start accumulating bullish positions. If they start closing below the Kijun here, the next likely target would be down here, somewhere into the 840 area. Amazon also trying to bounce off the monthly Kijun, which is around 1380. The low it had is 1420, came pretty close to it. Would not be surprised if the markets still continue moving down. Would not be surprised for them to completely test this Kijun here. Looking at the weekly, below all these Kijun below the candles sitting on the Kumo, wouldn't be surprised to see them test the bottom of the Kumo here. So definitely don't want to be long these stocks until something major changes. Right now the path of least resistance looks going down. Somebody asked me about Intel. So Intel, it is inside the Kumo, so it is consolidating according to Ichimoku. On the weekly charts, let's look at the bigger monthly chart. Notice the monthly charts, you have a Kijun support, and they have bounced off the Kijun support twice in 2 months now. Support here at around the 45 area, 45, 41. So any place there, I would start buying position. If they close below this Kijun, you want to be out of it. But at this point, it does look like a nice place for them to bottom out and start heading up again. So I would start accumulating the position near the Kijun and hope to get this for the next leg up. If they close below the Kijun on a monthly basis, I need to be out. That'll be it.